Hey guys, lepedaler back with another video. Today I'm going to be covering Chris Froome's current fitness on the bike post-accident and just give you guys an overall update on how I think his fitness is and how I think his recovery has gone. So today was the Zwift Team Ineos e-race. I was really looking forward to it because there's no racing and this is pretty much the best racing I've seen in a long time on Zwift. So I was really keen on watching it, and the main reason I really wanted to watch it also was to see where Chris Froome's fitness was. So he did participate in the UAE Tour early on this year, but it was, shut down pretty fast because of the coronavirus situation. So because that was canceled, we really couldn't see, Chris Froome's current fitness or how his recovery actually was. So I was very interested in watching this race to see the actual numbers and see the power and just see how he actually compares to the rest of his team that, haven't had a severe accident like he has. So very interesting stuff. So in the video, they actually ask him how his recovery was, and this is his response.
The recovery is going really well. I'd go as far as saying it's pretty much complete. I am still doing some exercises off the bike just to strengthen that right side, which was injured. But I'm back into normal training loads again, and that's going really well.
So based on Chris Froome's answer, you could tell that he's relatively back to normal in terms of training load, and that really did correlate on the e-race that we watched today with Team Ineos. So Chris Froome was averaging easily anywhere between 5.5, 6.5 watts per kilogram. So really good stuff to see, and you can see that he was really not struggling, and he actually ended up finishing 6th out of all the competitors. So he not only placed top 10, but he placed 6th, which is very good based on the fact that he's relatively coming off of a pretty severe injury. So, really good to see Froomey back in form. And yes, everyone is on different form because there isn't really racing to taper off for training, but for him to still finish top 6, which I'm going to fast forward here just so you guys can see. So Rowan Dennis, I might make a video. So if you guys do want to see me, talk about Rowan Dennis's performance on the Zwift Team Ineos e-race, I, like the video, subscribe to the channel. That really helps with me putting out content, and comment if you guys do want to see that. But yeah, Froomey finished 6th. So he finished, not too bad. He was only 2 minutes and 33 seconds down from Rowan Dennis and from the top 3. And that's to be somewhat expected too, because the one thing I do have with Zwift is that Rowan Dennis talks about this, where as soon as he created a significant gap, it was pretty much just settling into a TT pace. So, yes, Rowan Dennis you could debate that he could go for a GC, he could be a GC rider, but at the same time, I feel like climbing to some extent on Zwift is never going to be simulating what gravity simulates. So all in all, it's more of a power and it's more gamified. So I love Zwift. I've already made videos on Zwift, so I'm not trying to smash Zwift. But in terms of power, it gives us a really good indication. I like to see how we could, the power obviously wasn't hidden, so it was really nice to see where everyone's fitness was and you didn't have to do any guessing. So Froomey looks to be on track or currently, on good form. And depending on how things play out for the Tour or for the Olympics, Froomey definitely can be a top contender again. And a lot of people have, shunned him or put him out in terms of that realm of possibility, saying that, him getting a Grand Tour is probably never going to happen. But after this performance, in terms of numbers, he's doing really well. But that all depends when we actually get onto real riding and real racing. One thing I like to add in regards to talking about Froomey's accident is that it was super severe. Like, he really did hurt himself. So to see him perform the way he did today is a really good indication that, he's done the proper recovery in terms of mitigating all that soreness and getting back to a form where he could put power through the pedals. And, it was really, really impressive because a lot of people did not have high expectations because it's relatively pretty new for him to be putting out such good numbers. But Froomey is, a hardworking, that's what makes Froome. So hardworking. I knew personally he was going to come back really strong because I know that's his personality, is not to give up. So every day he was working, and it finally does show. So it's really good to see that. And, this is a good indication that he's pretty much past almost the road of recovery, but we won't really know that until he's really on the road. But like I said, this is a very good indication that, us as fans can see, hey, you know what? he did recover really well from his accident. If you guys did like this quick update, please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. I plan on doing tons more videos like this and other topics on riders and just cycling in general. So if you guys have any ideas, comment down below. And until the next one, keep on pedaling.